Jay 7-Star Bricks coming at you with a new video, a new Mould King build. That's right, it's Hogwarts Castle and all of the surrounding grounds. Good God, this is set 22004, 6,862 pieces. This is going to be awesome and also huge. And when I say huge, I'm not exaggerating, because this is the base plate layout for this set, which is pretty much every bit as big as the UCS Millennium Falcon as far as footprint on the table is concerned. So, yep, had to clear off a bunch of stuff so I had room to build this. This is going to be amazing. If you don't like a bit of repetition, you're going to hate step 7, where 128 of these things have to be placed all along the border of the set. All right, before this becomes too massive and awkward to keep flipping back and forth, so I'm almost done with bag 2. This is the crazy superstructure we built underneath for the base. You can see there's a lot of bricks going on underneath there. Hold this thing up. It's quite thick here on the edge, so it definitely stands up a bit from whatever surface you're laying it on. But it's pretty solid once you get everything in there, and I mean hammered in there. You're going to want to use your Mould King hammer because you'll hurt your thumbs otherwise. This video is made possible with a discount from Herotoyz, herotoyz.com. They sell all sorts of the mocks and knockoff sets and all sorts of fun stuff on their site. They do give me a discount to bring this review to you, and you too can get a discount using my code, which I will link below. Yeah, you get 5% off. I've been buying stuff from Herotoyz for a while, so I was happy to accept some help from them in bringing you guys some more videos. Herotoyz has local warehouses in the USA, Canada, Brazil, Europe. So if you order, they typically will get it to you in between 3 to 7 days if you order from your country's warehouse, which is awesome, especially for me, because sometimes I come up with an idea for a video and I don't want to wait a month and a half to get the set from China. So this just makes sense for me. I've been getting good deals from them for a while, and now I'm able to pass on some deals to you, and you guys are able to help me by using the links below. So once again, thank you to herotoyz.com. Check out the links below. Now on to the video. And there we have it. Mould King, the Magic Castle set. Or as we all know, it's Hogwarts from Harry Potter. This is a big set. 6,862 pieces. How big is that, you may ask? This is how big this set is. Now, for reference, I'm 6'3". This is close to the same number of pieces as in the UCS Millennium Falcon. It's a big set. It's quite heavy. It's like, I think 20 pounds was the shipping weight. I don't know if it's quite 20 pounds, but it's definitely 10 or 15 pounds. All right, let's start off with the overview here from the top. That looks so cool from top down. That's really neat. And then if we pull back to the front, it's so big, it's really hard to get the whole thing in frame here. All right, and we'll go through some parts of this set first, and then I will give you the good, the bad, and the ugly about this set. Maybe not in that order. I'll probably reverse that order. But here we go. Look at the lake that's around Hogwarts here. That just looks so cool. I love the use of darker and darker colors so that it looks like depth. That's just super cool. We've got the little building on the lake. Don't eviscerate me. I don't know the names of all the buildings. I like Harry Potter, but I am not a super fan, so I don't remember what each building is called at Hogwarts. This building is kind of off kilter. It's built on a plate that's held on here by just one angled piece here, one hinged piece. And that supports both this tower and this building. I love this tower. This is so cool. And then you got that building that has the stairs going down to the little building on the lake. You've got the aqueduct here. And we've got this big tower building. And this smaller building here with the greenhouses on the outside. Those are super cool. It took me a minute when I was building them to realize what they were. It's done at such a micro scale, sometimes it's hard to tell. Turn it to the east side here. You can see those buildings and the greenhouses. We've got a cool courtyard in there. The back side of this tower, which looks really cool. It's an even bigger courtyard out here with some standing stones. And this singular tower hanging out here. It's got its own stairway coming up there. And you can see if we follow the stairs and the path, we wind up crossing a bridge across this chasm to the Quidditch pitch. That's super cool. That's very recognizable. Although kind of a pain to build. Continuing on from the Quidditch pitch, which is, try saying that 5 times fast. We've got the north side over here, so you can see part of the Forbidden Forest that separates the Quidditch pitch from the bridge here and Hagrid's hut with his little pumpkin patch there. That's super cool. And we've got the bridge over this chasm here into this building. There's a bridge over that chasm farther down that crosses between the two buildings there. We've got the Whomping Willow. I'm not sure if that's the correct area for it. Some of the older maps I've seen, it looks like it's there, and some of the older maps, or some of the newer maps, it looks like it should be in this courtyard, but I'm not really sure. Like I said, not the world's biggest Harry Potter fan. I do like Harry Potter quite a bit, but I'm not into the minutiae of it. And then coming at it from the west side, is another view of Hagrid's hut. You can see under that bridge and the Whomping Willow, another part of the lake coming into the set. And we're back to these beginning buildings here with the giant tower. How cool is this set? There's so much detail in here for such a micro scale. It's really insane. I love these steps here on the cliff. That's so cool. I really love that water. That's just so well done. Yeah, this thing is pretty amazing. All right, so I think I'm going to start off on the ugly with the caveat that I do really like this set. I think it's really, really cool, but you do have to acknowledge some of the weaknesses of this set straight off the bat. And that is the ugly part, is the weakness of the set. And yeah, I think the easiest way is to just show you what I'm talking about. So this is the base here that you build everything on. And it's basically a bunch of flat black plates and then some underpinnings to kind of hold those plates up. And so if I lift this up and maybe turn the lights up so that you can see what I'm talking here. This is very flexible under here. Because it's not a solid design, probably because that would make it cost $100 more, and also prohibitively heavy. You wouldn't be able to pick it up at that point. But there's a lot of flex under here because there's a lot of empty space where the plates aren't being supported. So what that leads to is what you can see here. These plates flex. They flex quite a bit. And the issue with that is that it causes some inconsistencies, and it's really hard to make things go on there flat. So let me show you a couple of examples. You can see the damage I've caused just by flexing those plates. For the example, these pieces here are starting to separate because the plate underneath the bottom piece is flexing, pulling these pieces off because they're being held up by the pieces on top of them. So that's kind of an issue. I mean, you can kind of overlook that, but it gets annoying after a while. One of the most egregious areas is here when I was building the last bag, which is just all these trees for the Forbidden Forest. You can tell where the parts are split in the plate here, and it is super hard to get these level together here because they just want to flex. So it's very hard to get things to line up there. And then this, okay, the plates being uneven thing hasn't really been that much of a problem until right up until this point. This is step 1111, so 1111 in the instruction manual, and you have to put this, which I've already partially taken apart, onto stuff in here, which you can see I pulled some of it up from the plates because of the plate flex on the bottom. None of this stuff was lining up, so I'm trying to do it this way by having part of the base stuck onto the bottom of this building already, and see if we can get stuff to line up this way, because it's all of this stuff down here is not level because of the plate flex. So I'm going to see if we can get it to go on this way. It still doesn't want to, this stuff doesn't want to stay lined up here. Oops. There. Oh, I think we may have finally gotten it. All right, so yeah, when it comes to this step, most of the plate flex isn't too bad. It kind of corrects itself over in the main part of the castle, but this area here, it does not work well with. So now I got to put this back together here somehow. All right, this goes on here. So it's not terrible in all places. So you're going to build facing away from you. I think of this as the north side because that's where it is on the maps. It's to the north of Hogwarts. And you kind of have this side facing you in the instructions at the very beginning. So when you're building this east side over here, a lot of this stuff is not level on the top, and it's impossible to get it level because of all the flexing going on the plates. But this isn't bad because later on, when you start building up these hills, these rocks and these hills, and putting on these flat plates and stuff, it levels everything out. And the castle parts and stuff, that levels everything out over on this side. So you don't really have to worry about it too much over here. It's mainly this corner up here, because there is so little on these plates compared to the giant chunky base pieces you put down here. These still flex a lot, and it's impossible to get them level because there's nothing on top of them holding them level. You've got a bunch of separate pieces, and so nothing's really holding it together. Over here, it's not bad. There's some big chunky pieces holding it together, and then this whole side is not bad because it basically gets all tied together at the end. Let's talk about the other issue here. Steps 966 through 970. You see here where on the bottom they have this piece. That piece does not fit there. That is that part right there. This piece is way too long. It won't allow that to sit on the set the way it needs to sit on. It will be crooked. It won't click in there. What I had to do was replace this with two. Let me find them. Two of these that I had Lego pieces. So I don't know if I need all these, but hopefully I won't run out because I used two Lego spares. And then I used two one stud square bricks underneath this, two of the little one stud plates, to make it just enough shorter than this so that it will actually touch the top of the water there on that bottom. It touches the top of the water but doesn't lever it up so high you can't get it in there. So that's an issue with the design. As far as the bad, there's not really a lot. You got the ugly part, and there's really nothing you can do. The plates are going to flex, and like I said, you can't add enough pieces on the bottom to support it without this being like a 40 or 50 pound set and costing $100 or $200 more than it already does. So as far as the bad stuff, there's just some things, and I'm not sure how you could fix this. I'm kind of looking for some ways to fix it myself. This tower, you can kind of see these separate because these are actually separate pieces sticking onto the base here. So this kind of flexes and splits apart there. It's not terrible, but it kind of bothers me aesthetically. And it's the same on this side over here. This stuff just splits apart. It's not really held together. So that's kind of annoying. What else is bad? There's not really much bad. These are kind of a pain in the fingers to put together here, all these little one plates, but I mean, that's just building itself. There's nothing inherently bad about it. As for the good, I mean, just look at it. It's awesome. This thing is just awesome. It's basically a little miniature model of Hogwarts in Mould King, not Lego pieces. I mean, it's so cool. There's really not anything else bad I can say about this set. The price, it's about 250 US with free shipping. Obviously, I got mine from Herotoyz, right? And that's about the same piece count and price as the UCS Millennium Falcon knockoff. So it's good on the price. It looks amazing. I can't wait to play Hogwarts Legacy next month while having this staring me in the face while I'm playing. This is such a cool set. I love the water. I love the little miniature Whomping Willow. I mean, everything. This is just really cool. I would love to build some more sets like this. I guess maybe that's a bad. It's huge. I don't know where I'm going to put this now. It's going to get shoved over on the other side of my Lego work table while I figure out where to put it. But aside from that, I mean, this is an amazing set. I love this set. I know some people think I trash on Mould King because I really didn't prefer the Mould King AT-AT over the Lego UCS version or the knockoff of the Lego UCS version. And I downright hated the Mould King version of the Razor Crest. But this is an amazing set, and I highly recommend it if you have the money, if you like Harry Potter. Like I said, I am not the world's biggest Harry Potter fan. I don't know all the minutiae. I've read the books a few times. I've seen the movies a few times. I've gone to Universal and ridden the rides and walked around. It was a fun time. I can't tell you a lot of the trivia questions about Harry Potter. I don't know what these buildings are called, but I do like it. And this is just a super, super cool set, even if you just sort of like Harry Potter. And it was a lot of fun to build. And for the money, it took me quite a while to build. I built it at about a rate of 2 bags per night, skipped a couple days, so it took me a couple weeks. It's 27 total bags in this thing. Here is the destruction book. Basically just like any Mould King or Lego instructions. Here's what I had left over at the end. These are all of the spare pieces. So there was quite a few. Some of these I'm like, usually don't have big pieces like this left over. So I had to double check to make sure I hadn't missed anything, but I didn't. And then we had some extra yellow pieces from the Quidditch field and a lot of these extra pieces. And that's it. That is the review of Magic Castle by Mould King, or Hogwarts, as we all know what it actually is. I highly recommend this set if you have the money, if you have any interest in Harry Potter at all. This is just such a cool set, and it was a lot of fun to build, and it looks fantastic when you're done. Once again, thank you to Herotoyz for the extra discount and helping the channel out. Go ahead, click on the link below if you want to save 5% at Herotoyz and help the channel out while you're doing it. Give us a like and subscribe if you don't mind. Leave a comment down below. That helps us out as well with the magical, mystical Harry Potter algorithm that YouTube uses to see if you're going to make money here or be a popular channel. My name is Jay. This is 7 Star Bricks, and we'll see you here next time.